I decided to help the mother of my ex's child get more child support out of him. My ex and I dated for about 3 years. In the first couple months that we were dating, he never told me that he had a child. I actually found out because he kept getting so many calls every single day from the mother of his child, which at the time I did not know. Anytime that she would call, he would just ignore the phone calls, or he would just turn off the phone just to ignore her in general. And that would bother me because I did not know at the time who she was, but I did not like the fact that he was doing that. So finally one day I said something and he came out and said, yes, that is the mother of my child. I do have a child. She is only a couple months old and we were just not together throughout the whole pregnancy and after the birth. So I wasn't going to judge. I mean, him and I were already dating. I was going to be there for him regardless if he had a child or not. And so I decided to tell him that if he did not want to communicate with the baby's mom, that I could do it, because I wanted to make sure that I got along with her so that she knew that I had respect for her and for her child. He would always say that is not a good idea. You just need to leave things how they are. If we end up communicating, then we'll eventually talk, but that's not on your time. It's going to be on our time. Now, 6 months into our relationship, I realized that he kept leaving. He would leave the house for maybe 3-4 hours at a time. And anytime that he would come back, his excuse was that he went to go see his daughter. Obviously, I believed him. I had no way of, trying to see whether or not it was true. I wasn't talking to his baby's mom, and I was not going to track the man. Like, if he's saying that he's seeing his daughter, then I'm going to believe him, and I'm going to be happy, because if I was in the baby mom's shoes, I would want for the father to come and see my child as well. So one day he said that he was going to go see his baby, and it was about maybe 12 hours after he said he was going to go see the baby. I was worried, and all of a sudden I get a knock at the door. It is not him. It is not someone I knew. It was actually the baby's mom. She tells me that she is there because she is trying to see if he can give her some money. They are struggling as far as buying diapers and food. He has not seen his daughter the times that he's told me that he's seen her, and she's really struggling. So she needed to talk to him as soon as possible. I felt so bad because this is a man that I was dating and he was telling me the complete opposite. So I just got money out of my wallet. I gave it to her. I told her to just please go get yourself and the baby food, and that I would talk to this man whenever he got home. He did not show up until the next day. And he still said that yes, he was seeing his daughter. He fell asleep while he was trying to spend time with her, and he just stayed there. Complete BS, but whatever. So I told him that the baby's mom came to our door and was asking for money, and she clearly said that he was never at her house. So what in the world was going on? He finally admitted he was seeing someone behind my back, and he never went to go see his daughter. He said he had no intentions of going to go see his daughter, and that the baby's mom was basically screwed because he was not going to be responsible. So because he wasn't going to be responsible, I reached out to the baby's mom. And I asked her if there was anything that I could do because I was so embarrassed that this man was not being responsible for his own daughter. And all she asked was if we had any sort of bank statements or something that could prove that he was actually making good money, because he was not giving that information to anyone. It so happened that we actually had a P.O. box that had both of our names on it. I was paying for it, so I was the only one that had the key. And yes, I did in fact have all of his statements from his bank, and I gave them to her. All of them. Obviously, the bank statements did show that he was wining and dining a bunch of females, because there was just so many restaurants that he was going to, and that was definitely not with me. So that's the only thing I can think of, and now he's paying about $600 a month in child support. And yes, we definitely broke up once I found out that he was cheating, and also the baby's mom and myself were best friends.